I be out all night with the street lights. I get no days off on vacations. You inside, tell me what it be like. The fake love never did change me. I be out all night with the street lights. I get no days off on vacations. You inside, tell me what it be like. The fake love never did change me.
All these people falling off like they dominoes, chilling at the formal and designer clothes. I be politics.
What is up, everyone? It's your boy Mike from Balls of Fury. I am so excited. Today, one of our females who is due to lay has actually laid her clutch of eggs. We're going to check it out. We're going to take the eggs away from mom, get them set up into the incubator, and in about 60 days, we're going to get to see what hatches out of these eggs. I'm super excited for this clutch. It was a lavender albino het VPI axanthic to a lavender albino het VPI axanthic. So we could have some really cool stuff hatching out of these eggs in about 60 days. Let's take a look at how mom did and let's see how many eggs we actually got. So we're gonna take the eggs away from the female, you guys. It's better for the mother, in my opinion, because once we get the eggs out of there, we can actually get her back onto food faster, get her body weight back up, because the snake has actually not eaten in about 4 months while going through the process of developing eggs and actually laying them. So we're gonna remove them from the mom, we're gonna wash her up, and we're gonna get that egg scent all off this cage. We're gonna disinfect her entire enclosure today, and we're gonna put the eggs into the egg box right over here, and we're gonna get these things into the incubator. Now, if you pass me the camera, I'll give you a close-up on the snake. So check out mama. She did an excellent job. She kicked one of the eggs out, which is weird. We got the egg box over here, so I'm just gonna get that in the egg box since it's already out here. And we'll also candle this egg as well. Make sure that it didn't roll or anything. Make sure that it's nice and fertile. So put that egg right there, and then we'll see how many eggs mom has wrapped around. Be nice and easy with mom. Get her unwrapped around these eggs. Beautiful. She did an excellent job. Take a look at the mom. She looks absolutely beautiful. And look at how deflated she actually looks after laying those eggs. So that's why I feel it's important to get this girl back onto food so we can get that nice body weight back on her. And then get a close-up of the eggs right in there. Show these guys the eggs. 4 beautiful, perfect eggs, plus that one she kicked out. So we got a total of 5 eggs in this clutch. They look to be all fertile. And again, we're gonna candle these and we're gonna make sure everything looks okay and everything is fertile. Now follow me over here, and we're gonna put mom away in this container right here, just a holding tub so we can put the eggs into the egg box. We're gonna get mom all cleaned up so that way she gets that egg scent off of her and we get her back onto food, which will be awesome. And we're gonna get these eggs set up into the egg box and then into the incubator. Now that we've removed the eggs, we're actually gonna tear this whole entire enclosure down, get it nice and clean. We're gonna scrub it down really well so that that egg scent isn't in here. And as you guys can see, this girl made an absolute mess of this enclosure. Now, when we actually breed our snakes, we actually leave the enclosures a little bit messy during that time of year because it actually spurs on breeding. Some of the scents and some of the urates left behind will actually spur on breeding. So that's why it looks so messy. And obviously you can see where she was nesting and where she laid those eggs. So she was pretty much pushing everything out of the way. We're gonna clean up her water dish, give her fresh water, and we're also gonna give mama a nice scrub down and get her hopefully back onto food. So we got all the substrate out, you guys. Next up is to disinfect this bin, get it all cleaned up so the scent of eggs is off of it. We're also gonna clean this water dish, get the scent of eggs off of that. Let's take a look at how we do it here at Balls of Fury, and then we'll show you guys how we clean up mama after she lays the eggs. got this all cleaned up, you guys. We're gonna let this air out here outside. Now let's go and clean up Mom. Time to clean up Mom now. She's in this holding container right here. I also brought a new holding container over here, so that way the scent from this one doesn't transfer into that one and she's nice and clean. Let's get her all cleaned up. We're gonna be using a little bit of soap to clean her up and obviously some lukewarm water. Want to make sure the water is not too hot to burn the snake. You want to be able to touch it and feel nice and comfortable. And let's get Mom all cleaned up. You can come a little bit closer with the camera. Get a close up on Mom. She looks beautiful. She is a lavender albino het for VPI axanthic. Let's get her out of here and let's get her all cleaned up. So I'm just gonna kind of rinse her first, get her a little bit wet, and then we're gonna use some of this soap here, and we're basically just gonna kind of soak her up, get that smell all off of her body. Because we want to get this snake back on the food. That's the main goal here, because like I said, she has not eaten food in about 4 months during the process of actually developing the eggs and actually laying the eggs. So we want to get her all cleaned up, get her back on the food. Hopefully maybe at the end of this week we'll give her a meal, see if she'll take it. Got her nice and cleaned up, and we're just going to rinse her right off. Let her kind of crawl through my hands, get her all rinsed off. Obviously, she doesn't really enjoy this, guys, but it's what's best for the animal, and I want her to get back on the food so she can be nice and healthy. She is a first-time mom. She did an excellent job, and I'm so proud of her. We got 5 fertile eggs from her, and she did fantastic. So she's nice and rinsed off, and we're basically just going to dry her off with a little bit of paper towel. I'm just going to dry her off with some paper towel, get her nice and dried off. Just kind of let her crawl through it. And this is something that you guys can do in your future collection if you plan to breed ball pythons. If you want the mom to stay with the eggs, you can let her stay with the eggs. I feel that the hatch rate is much higher if you actually artificially incubate them and remove them from the mom. Also, like I said, you can get Mom back onto food a lot faster, and it's good for her health as well, and she can go back to being a normal snake. So we're gonna put her in her new holding container, and then we're gonna get her tub all set up. I'll show you guys how we do that as well. Got the tub all cleaned up, it's disinfected. Now we're ready to replace the substrate. We're ready to put her water back in there, and we're ready to put a hiding place in there for Mama. I'm so proud of this girl. She is absolutely amazing. She did a fantastic job producing these eggs. I'm also proud of the dad who sired this clutch. He is also a lavender albino het for VPI axanthic. So we're hoping to hit on some lavender snows, which are lavender VPI axanthics, which is a double recessive combination. We'll show you guys the dad as well, let you guys take a look at how awesome he is, and let's get this tub all set up. Let's get the bedding in there, guys. We're using the cypress mulch here. Gonna put a nice thick layer down for Mama, get her some nice fresh bedding, get her all set up and ready to go here. So she has a nice, clean enclosure. She did so well, man. This snake is one of my favorite snakes in the collection. I just can't believe she's finally produced a clutch of eggs. We've had her for almost 3 years now, and it's just so exciting, man. It never gets old pulling those snake eggs away from the mom and seeing those pearly white eggs. It's just an amazing feeling, and an even more amazing feeling is going to be when they actually hatch out and we get to see the baby snakes coming out of the eggs. Now, the most exciting part about this actual pairing for me personally is that since the mom and the dad are both visual lavender albinos, that means that all of the offspring will be visual lavender albinos at the very least, which is super exciting. The lavender albino, as you guys know, is my favorite gene. So I am so excited to see some lavenders crawl out of those eggs in about 60 days. We got Mom's tub all set back up. We're gonna give her some fresh water and we're gonna put her back into her enclosure, let her relax a little bit and let her get back to being a normal snake. And hopefully in the next few days, we can offer her a meal and get her back onto food and get her back to normal. So that way next year, she can hopefully produce another clutch of eggs for us here at Balls of Fury. Man, I am so proud of this girl. Look at how beautiful she looks, man. It's always exciting raising your snake up from a baby to a proven breeder. This girl was our first ever lavender albino that we added to the collection back in, I believe, 2020. So this girl holds a special place in our hearts. Shout out to my boy Darius, shout out to my boy Dre, and shout out to my boy AJ for all their help as well. They definitely contributed to the success that we're having this breeding season, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today without those guys. So big shout out to them. Show them some love in the comments. But let's put Mom back into her new clean enclosure. Let's go, baby. Wow, just so amazing, man. I love this snake. You did so good, Mama. I'm so proud of you. And we're gonna put her right in here. And you can go ahead and do your thing, Mama. We're going to give her some new water as well. But I'm so excited for this girl. I can't believe it. And in about 60 days, we're going to see what babies hatch out of this clutch. This right here is the beautiful dad who fathered this clutch. His name is Trunks. He is a lavender het VPI axanthic as well. And the reason I love lavender so much, guys, is look at how nice this guy has aged. I mean, he just looks just as beautiful as he did as a hatchling, if not even better. Just an incredible snake, you guys. I'm so proud of him. He is now a proven breeder. He has done fantastic here. He's a beast. He never went off of food during the breeding season. And I'm absolutely stoked that he laid this clutch, or that he fathered this clutch of eggs. Super exciting, you guys. And I love this snake. Again, shout out to Darius. This is one of his big investments in the collection, so I'm super excited to see what happens with this clutch and what comes out of those eggs. Now we're ready to candle them. It's late at night, you guys, so I need it to be nice and dark in this room to candle this. We want to make sure these guys have a nice network of veins running through them. Make sure these eggs are fertile, and we want to make sure none of these eggs rolled. She kicked this egg out in the front, so I want to make sure that it didn't roll and that the embryo is on top. So we're going to turn the lights off. We're going to use this flashlight to go ahead and basically candle the eggs, and we're going to see what's going on. Nice. We got a nice network of veins running here. Beautiful. Nice and fertile. Beautiful. Nice veins there. Very nice. Beautiful, you guys. Awesome. Woo! You guys have no idea how stoked I am about this clutch being laid today. One of my favorite genes of all time, lavender albino. It's one of the best genes to work with, in my opinion. I'm super excited to see what comes out of those eggs, and I'm so proud of the two snakes that made this possible. I'll tell you what, guys, seeing those snakes lay those eggs and taking those eggs and seeing them hatch never gets old, man. It's like waking up on Christmas morning when you see those eggs. It's like getting a gift every time. It never gets old. The feeling is the same every time, whether it's the first time or the 500th time. It never gets old, and I love it, man. I'm going to keep doing this. I can't wait to see what happens down the road and in the future with some of the other girls that we have that are coming up to size this next breeding season. So it's going to be sick, man. I'm so excited for me and my team. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop a comment. Please drop a comment and let us know how many lavender snows do you think we're going to hit. I think we're going to hit at least 3 out of 5 lavender snows. I'm speaking it into existence, you guys. I think we're going to hit 1 male and 2 females. I'm hoping that's the odds, and then I hope the other 2 are lavender albinos. Heck, imagine getting 5 lavender snows in this clutch. That would be absolutely insane. Hopefully the odds gods will bless us, guys, but we won't know for about 60 days. So we're going to let those guys sit in the incubation, do their thing. We'll check on them periodically, make sure everything is up to par and the temperature looks good in that incubator. But like I said, guys, drop that comment. Let me know how many visuals you think are coming. Also, drop a comment if you enjoyed seeing the snakes and you enjoyed learning about the process of actually taking the eggs away from mom, setting them up in the incubator, cleaning up mom and her enclosure. Let me know what you guys think about that, and if you'll implement that into your own collection down the road if you plan to breed ball pythons. Also, smash the like button for me, guys. Smash the subscribe button. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace.